welcome back to my vlog. I'm Robin, or Habits Reading List, and this week, Monday through Friday, is pretty normal, so I should be able to accomplish things, including reading. This weekend, well, let me rephrase. This week, Monday through Thursday, and then this weekend, Friday through Monday, I think Tuesday normal's out a little bit, is going to be incredibly busy, but fun and exciting, but busy. So let's get into it. So you know how like some days you have like weird body things where your body just like hurts for unexplainable reasons? I don't know if it was actually hurting, or maybe in my neurodivergence was like, oh, this part of my body is stimulated. The like inside of my arch on my like foot like was really sensitive. It didn't hurt to touch, and it wasn't like inflamed or swollen or anything. It was just really sensitive. So I pretty much just like rested all night. I had my foot elevated for most of it, so I went ahead and read a book. I had another like shorter book on my TBR, so I read State of the Union by Nick Hornby. I finished it. It's a very fast book. It's only like 132 pages, and the font and spacing were pretty large. So like I think it only took me like maybe an hour. It was interesting. Oh, hi. I like Nick Hornby's writing. I wonder if I might prefer his nonfiction writing, because like I like his like dryness and sarcasm, but in at least State of the Union, it got a little annoying, because I'm just like, so State of the Union is about this couple. They start couples therapy because they've grown apart and an event happened. Although I guess you read about in the first chapter. The wife cheats because she feels neglected. So they do couples therapy, and State of the Union takes place in the like 20 minutes before each session, when they're at like a pub across the street getting a drink. And so there are 10 snapshots of, you know, them talking about their relationship and their future and stuff like that. And so it sounded really interesting. And the entire time I was just thinking, like, could you guys be serious for one fucking minute? Because they're just like, they're being like very sarcastic, or they're being like kind of nitpicky. Like if one of them says something, like the person is focusing more on like the exact words that they use instead of like what they were conveying. And so it just got like really kind of annoying. I thought it was interesting. I thought it would have been better without that, if they had like, and they did have some genuine moments, but a lot of it was like wrapped up in this like sarcasm. And like, I love sarcasm. I do. You can go overboard with it. And so this book has done the exact opposite of why I wanted it to, because I've had High Fidelity by Nick Hornby on my TBR, I think like 5 times now, and I just haven't gotten to it. And I was hoping that State of the Union, because it was shorter, would give me the motivation to like, okay, I'm gonna finally read it. It's kind of put me off a little bit, because I'm like, I really liked Nick Hornby's nonfiction writing style, and I wasn't a huge fan of his fiction writing style. But from what I remember of High Fidelity, I liked it. I stopped after like 30 pages. I think as the month ended, and instead of just continuing, I just stopped. So I don't know. I'll get to High Fidelity at some point. But State of the Union, not my favorite. I probably won't reread it. I believe I gave it 3.5 stars. So yesterday, which was Monday, and if you watched last week's vlog, I ended the vlog a little bit late so that I could talk about 13 Clues from Miss Marple, which I had finished yesterday and was reading throughout the week, so it just made more sense for it to go in that vlog. But if you watch that vlog, you'll know that I also gave that one 3.5 stars. So yesterday was kind of a midday. What can you do? Other than that, I tried to do some homework. I had to stop because my brain was focusing too much on whatever was happening in my foot. It's totally better now today. Like, it's fine. Let me know if you have those things where your brain just focuses on, like, a random body part, and, like, it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel right. And apparently, if you're me, you can't do anything the rest of the night. So that's about it. I think, so what I'm going to do, tomorrow I'm going to start listening to Heavy Weather by P.G. Wodehouse. I usually don't do audiobook for P.G. Wodehouse, just because, like, I have to take notes during. What I'm going to try to do is listen and then do talk-to-text notes, because I'll be driving. So we're going to see how that goes. So I have the audiobook, and then I rented the ebook from the library so that I can still take notes. We're going to see how this goes, because I don't have another audiobook for November besides Heavy Weather. I mean, I do. I have The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm not doing that. So, yeah. And I don't know. Anyway. So there's that. I'm going to start that tomorrow. And then for my physical book, I think I'm going to pick up Moth next by Mayne, because I really like that series and I want to know what happened. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to continue checking things off my to-do list. And maybe reading. Good morning, everyone. I'm in one of my bathrooms. I say that like I have like so many. I have two. Reese got a dental cleaning yesterday, which is a surgery for cats. And so he had 2 teeth removed. So he has to eat like wet food or wettened food. So I have to keep him a little bit separate from the other cats who are freaking out. So we're in the bathroom while he eats his breakfast. He's enjoying it. He loves this. I have to give him painkillers later. We'll see if he enjoys that. But, are you done? Alright, well, give me a couple minutes. So, I'm just hanging out in the bathroom with him to make sure that he's all good, because I have anxiety. And the other 2 cats on the other side of the door freaking out that they don't have wet food. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to give them a treat. Even though this isn't about my cats. So that's why I'm in the bathroom. But I wanted to talk about the reading that I did yesterday. I started listening to Heavy Weather. I should have reviewed Summer Lightning, because I knew that Heavy Weather was almost a direct continuation of Summer Lightning, which is a book in the Blandings Castle series that I read, I think, in the summer, which makes sense. And I remember I really liked Summer Lightning. I like the Blandings Castle series. But it took me a little bit to remember all the characters and all the things that, well, not even all the things, but like a lot of the things that had happened in Summer Lightning, so I was a little lost. But I listened to 2 chapters. They're narrated by Stephen Fry. So far, listening to it is going well for my notes. I'm pausing a lot and doing talk-to-text notes, but, you know, it's kind of what I have to do. So, there was that. I didn't do that on the way home because it was dark, and it had also started snowing yesterday, which, like, first snow of the season. I was gonna say of the year, but that's definitely not true. And so I just felt like focusing on the book and pausing and then like doing my notes while driving at night in the snow, I felt like that wasn't a good combination. So this audiobook will probably take me a bit of time if I'm only or primarily listening during the day. So we'll see how that goes. I also started I also started reading Moth by Mayne, which is the 5th book in her Monstrous series. which is, I didn't even talk about what Heavy Weather is about. Honestly, I don't know yet. So I will inform you once I have a better idea. All I know is it's a continuation of Summer Lightning. And I don't remember enough about Summer Lightning right now to even suspect what Heavy Weather is about. Anyway, so Moth. It's part of the Monstrous series, which is a dystopian series where monsters have come to our world from their world, and this has been deemed an apocalypse. Somewhat for good reason, but there are monsters that are more like humanoid, that have intelligent thought, and there are some monsters who are more like animals. So the whole series is about human monster pairings. So, or each book centers on a human man who ends up falling in love with a monster. So this is the 5th book. It's about Moth, who's actually half human, half monster. And he meets Charlie, who is technically part of the military, but he's reluctant to rejoin the military after finding out details of everything that they've done, which is not good. They haven't done anything good. So Charlie and Moth go to a place, or are going to a place where Charlie had been taken hostage and made to like fight as like a form of gambling in this world, to get a guy named Cat back. Cat is like a side character that is pretty important to a lot of characters in the series. So they volunteered to go get him, but Moth has not had an easy life. He's very grumpy. He's very grumpy. He's kind of a raging asshole, actually. I don't think grumpy is accurate. Whereas Charlie's pretty chill. He just wants to have a good time, wants to take, advantage of the positives where they come, because this world is kind of hard. And man, the raging asshole of Moth, it just gets to him. So that's kind of where I'm at now, but they're going to end up falling in love. I really like the series because everyone ends up being so emotionally open and vulnerable, and that just makes their connection even better. And it's so lovely by the end. So even if Moth is an asshole and like we don't know his full story yet to give context for why, I can push forward knowing that it's coming. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I think I read 7 or 8 chapters. Yeah, I read a solid amount. I'm hoping to read a bit more today because I don't have anything new going on. Like I have a meeting tonight, but that won't be bad. So yeah, so I have pretty much all morning. And are you done? Yeah, I think he's done. All morning and most of the afternoon to sort of just like focus on my to-do list. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I wanted to check in while I was, just sitting in the bathroom. So I will talk to you probably tomorrow before I go to work and let you know if I was able to read anything today. Good morning, everyone. I was a big old dum-dum and forgot to film yesterday and this morning before I left, so I stopped at a gas station to film a clip before I forgot again. Thursday was kind of a hard day. I still had a lot of anxiety about Reese, and then I also had like a very self-conscious day that has only started going away. But that meant that I was like sad enough that I just sat around and read all day, so it was productive at least. I read about, I don't even know, like 170 pages, I think, of Moth. I'm really enjoying it. Moth and Charlie have gotten much closer. They, have been emotionally open with each other and physically open with each other. This is very awkward to film in front of my husband. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I don't know when I'll finish it. I'll probably finish it by Monday. I have a very busy weekend. It's part of the reason I stopped at a gas station, because we're on our way to my great aunt's house for a family Thanksgiving, and we're gonna spend most of the day there with them, so I'm not gonna have time to film or read. So yeah, just a very quick update. So Moth is going well. And then I also listened to 2 more chapters of Heavy Weather, and it's, you know, reintroducing characters from Summer Lightning. I'm remembering more of the plot. I really should have refreshed it, but at this point it's too late. I've been refreshed just through context clues. But I am enjoying it. I find myself getting annoyed at how P.G. Wodehouse writes his older female characters, his aunts, because they're all mean. I'm like, you can have nice aunts. And I think I've met one in like all of the Wodehouse novels I've read. There's been one nice like aunt character. So yeah, so there's that. This is a very quick update, but I will promise I will give you more detail probably like Sunday or something. I don't know. This weekend's very busy. I don't know when I'll read next. I'll probably read tomorrow night because I have some time to kill, but that's probably about it. So yeah, let's go get clips of me with my family and playing whirly ball, which I'm nervous about. Okay, I almost forgot to film again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the vlog because I'm not gonna read more tonight. So, to catch up, I went and played whirly ball with my family yesterday as part of our like family Thanksgiving, and I also learned how to play hearts. It was a lot of fun. It was great getting to spend time with my family and catch up with everyone, and it was a really good day. I didn't get anything read because I was hanging out with family all day, but that's totally fine. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, so we were with them for about 7 hours. Yeah, about 7 hours. So yeah, very full day, very lovely. Can't wait to do it again. As for today, I finished reading Moth. I've had a lot of downtime today, and I'm actually going to go to dinner with a friend of mine from high school who's in town. I will have included clips from our dinner before this, just for like the look of it. But I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. And so like I said, like I've just been sitting around for a lot of the day. So I finished reading Moth, and it was really good. I really liked the development between Moth and Charlie. I thought that it was done really well. I'm pretty sure Moth is the longest book. Which makes sense. There are a lot of like ups and downs and a lot of emotions and trauma to process and a lot of smut to be had. Is everything I like in a book, honestly. And it was also very funny. So I really did enjoy it. There was one thing about the plot that I found like kind of frustrating, and I don't know if that will ever get answered. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Because the series, I enjoy it because it's all connected in a way. And there's one plot that has been present over the last 4 books-ish in the background, and it's still not resolved yet. But I have a theory. So there's that. I gave it a 4.5. It's very good. And as of right now, I've read all the books that I own from the Monstrous series. So hopefully I will get more for the holidays, because I'm pretty sure there are 2 more out. I'm pretty sure. And I think there's another one like on the way. So there's more to be read. And I'm very curious about the next one because I know who the pairing is and I'm intrigued. So other than that, I read / listened to 3 more chapters of Heavy Weather. And there are things happening. What has happened a couple times is there have been scenes where I can see the potential for like drama or chaos, especially after reading so much Wodehouse. I can, spot like the potential. But only half of those have actually happened. Where I'm like, I'll make a note of like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then it doesn't. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's good to know that after like 15 books, Wodehouse can still surprise me. So there is a character that I really don't like in this book. His name is Ronnie. And he's a little... He's just so incredibly insecure and jealous that it's just really frustrating. And his fiancée, Sue, is just like the sweetest person. And she doesn't deserve that. But otherwise, there's also not enough of Lord Emsworth. So Lord Emsworth is the Earl of Emsworth, and he's just the cutest person. He is, say, like in his 60s, I believe. And he likes his things. He likes puttering around in the garden, and he loves his pig, who is called the Empress. And he's obsessed with this pig, and it's adorable. He's by far one of my favorite characters. I'm like, you know what? I can respect it. So there's not nearly enough Emsworth, but I liked Summer Lightning. I'm liking this fine. I think I know what's gonna happen at the end of the book, and I'm annoyed that Ronnie's gonna get a happy ending. But it's fine. I like everyone else. That's why I really like the Blaney's Castle series. Just because so much of it is like, I liken it to a revolving door that doesn't stop moving because people keep coming in and out and in and out. And it's very hectic at times because there's usually like 3 or 4 plots happening at once. But it's done in a way that feels fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying Heavy Weather. I've listened to a decent amount. My goal is to finish it next week, in between reading another book. So yeah, that's kind of what the plan is. Other than that, nothing else is really happening. So it's a very busy weekend. I'm very glad that I still was able to get some reading done. And next week is going to be pretty busy as well. We're getting into the holidays and everything just starts happening. So I'm going to let you go. I'm very proud that I finished 3 books. Yeah, 3 books. Feel wonderful about that. I'm caught up on my reading goal. I'm ahead of my reading goal. And come December, I can just focus on holiday books, which is what I've been wanting to do for the past like 3 weeks. So thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe, click the notification bell. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.